ACC football right here on WBBZ Saturday. Hey, Orangeman, Maryland at Syracuse this Saturday at noon right here on WBBZ-TV. Welcome back to the Fred Jackson Show. Sammy Watkins in the studio with us. And we have DJ Dave Jickster, does a great job at 97 Rock. He's been all over town this last week putting up Pagulaville signs. Dave.
Hey, how are you, Bob?
Good, buddy.
I tell you what, we have some studio members here that are going to ask Fred some questions, and just for asking questions, they're going to get a D3 Nation shirt. And what D3 Nation is a program Freddie Jackson started from his own that gets basically scholarships to Division III students and also helps them build community bonds. You can get more information if you go to d3-nation.com, or you can follow them on Twitter at D3_Nation. So get your cell phones out and do that right now. Sir, what's your name?
Joe Peters.
Joe, how are you? Where are you from?
Great. Clarence.
What's your question for Fred Jackson?
My question for Fred is, who is your childhood favorite football player?
Emmitt Smith. I was a big Cowboys fan growing up. That's why I wear number 22 now. And I loved everything he had about his football game, so that's who I tried to emulate growing up.
What's your name?
Michael.
Hey, Michael, where are you from?
Lockport.
Big football fan?
Yes.
What's your question for Fred Jackson?
What team was it harder for you to run against? Chicago Bears or Miami Dolphins?
That's a good question.
Well, I had a pretty good stiff arm in Chicago, so. No, Miami's whole sole purpose of that game was to take us out of it, so it was definitely tough sledding for me in that game, and they did a tremendous job, so we got to tip our hat to them.
We have the Alden Bulldogs, a nice high school football team out of Erie County here, and what's your name?
Lyle Grant.
Hey, Lyle, what's your position?
Tailback.
Tailback. Are you any good?
Don't be shy. Tell us
I don't
the
like
truth.
talking about myself.
What's your question for Freddie?
Even though you're playing at the highest level, what do you do to improve yourself every season?
Keep working. I think there's only so many positions in the NFL that we can be a part of, and you have to continue to try and outwork everybody else. We have a great strength and conditioning staff. I have great competition in the room with myself, with CJ and now Anthony Dixon and Bryce Brown. You got to continue to work, and those guys are going to keep pushing me, and I got to keep pushing myself.
Freddie, we had a 97 Rock listener, Doug Cummings of Alexander, New York, sent in a question, and he wanted to know, we have some great running backs in the team this year. Of course, you're one of them, and there's kind of like a rotation. We know you guys want to touch that ball like 30, 35 times a game, and that's probably not going to happen. How do you adapt to that?
You just got to stay ready. Like you said, we want the ball as much as possible, but the number one thing that has to be in our minds is winning the game, and whoever has the hot end and whoever's making plays. You see us out there having fun with each other. When CJ, scored on his kickoff return, I was the first one down there. When I had that run in Chicago, he was the first one down when I made that run. So the number one thing we want to do is win the football game. And however many touches we get, if we're winning games, that's what's most important.
That's great to know. And then Freddie and Sammy, how about the fans yesterday? They didn't even sit down. They were there at the stadium early, and it was the loudest crowd I've heard in quite some time. Do you guys have anything to say to the fans?
Go ahead, Sam.
I just want to say thank them. I just want to thank them just for being there, supporting the staff, and we needed them, and they helped us get that big win.
Yeah, it was a great environment, and as long as we have an environment like that, we can definitely feed off of it and make plays.
Okay, we're going to take a break. We're going to wrap up the show. Matt Shriver's going to show us his portrait of Sammy Watkins right after this on the Fred Jackson Show.